able to do that, they will say, okay, going by your manifesto, you said you're going to do A, B, C. So when are we going to see the manifesto of Manawa for, present to the Abians? And so that eventually he becomes the governor, Abians can hold him to account based on what he said.
First of all, I want to say that we're dealing with an individual that is very transparent, very humble. And he's not someone that reneges on his words. He has been stating categorically what he has in store for Abians. But his main manifesto, our campaign is soon going to kick off. And definitely, journalists like you and the rest are actually going to be there. He's going to give the black and white of the whole manifesto. But this is not to say he's not from time to time on several platforms and every opportunity that presents himself. He has been presenting his plans for Abia people. He's been letting everyone know that he's going to reduce the cost of governance completely. This is one of the problems we face: high cost of governance. Resources that are meant to be channeled into other very beneficial ventures are spent on governance. It's pathetic. And talking of a state, what are politics with it. People come out here, play politics with the lives of people. He intends paying all outstanding arrears to all workers. He's also planning to introduce the integrated cashless revenue collection to reduce touting. We've been having much of touting, and it's a problem doing business in Abia State. Touting is terrible, and it's driving away a lot of investors from our state. So he's planning the integrated cashless revenue collection. He's also planning a comprehensive health insurance package for all residents of Abia, rehabilitation of health facilities. We don't have those years under our paradigm of cottage industries. I was in a community not too long ago, and they told me the pains they go through if a woman wants to give birth to a child. They need to travel like almost 4 kilometers to the nearest. Healthcare zero here. He's planning cottage rehabilitation of health facilities. Each community, each constituency should have cottage health facilities there. He's also looking at financial support to all families with children below 12 years for the first 4 years of his, and this would also include children with from 18 years upwards when he comes in. Then he's also looking at training and retraining of all entrepreneurs in the state, to identify gaps and give them financial support. We're also looking at this campaign is also looking at how to mobilize and engage all civil society organizations. We can't leave out our civil organizations because they keep us on our toes, and they feel the pulse of the.
So the Young Progressives Party, the YPP here in Abia State, and they are projecting their governorship candidate in Nwafo, who is expected to vie for the office of the governor in the 2023 governorship election here in Abia State. We'll take a breather. When we come back, we'll talk about
akwa bada ichafu iri nke ụmụada na nke ụmụnna mkpụtaba n'ihe ndị ọzọ dị iche iche. Chima, kedu nwa nwa nke ọ bụ?
Ọ bụ anụ maazị ugogbe adị oke ọnụ bụ Airtel sim m nke nwa gị nwaanyị Adakụ jụrụ iweghachitara m azụ kemgbe ahịa eke gara aga.
Gbaa mbọ ka iweghachite sim Airtel gị azụ. Ọ bụrụ na enwebeghị ihe iji ya mee ruo ụbọchị 30 ma ọ bụ karịa. Nke a ga-enye gị oge ruru nkeji 12 ikwu okwu ya na data megabyte 120 n'efu na chaji ọbụla ibere. Recharge ya naira 100 ma bịa *141*341*1# ugbu a.
Adakụ ngwa kwakọrọ ihe gị niile kwusoro dị gị.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
O wuchikwala ọzọ o buru ibu karịa ma dịkwa mma karịa otu ọ dị na mbụ site n'abalị 25 ruo abalị 27 ọnwa Nọvemba 2022. Shoprite Black Friday ọ ga-adịkwa kpọkpọ.
I, Muhammad Buhari, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful.
I, Okezie Victor Chibikere Bago, do solemnly swear affirm.
After the elections comes real governance, the task of delivering on the social contract with the people. It's a mixed grill for the victors. Managing the success comes with baggages.
In a state like my state, for instance, when they say I can't make 4th term, the same was supporting a senator to do 4th term, was supporting.
And the losers. Another 4 years on the sideline could be unbelievable. However, the constant factor is the people. The Platform on Flow 94.9 FM serves you top discussion and exclusive interviews from the mills on politics, economy, social issues, business, and many more. The Platform. Exclusive on Flow 94.9 FM. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 10 a.m. The Platform. The pinnacle of all discussions.
All right, welcome back to the program. It's still The Platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. And my guest has been Dr. Kingsley Oji, a member of the Nana Ofuji campaign governorship organization. Thank you so much and welcome back, Doc.
Thank you very much.
Okay, before we went on that break, you were trying to explore some of the items on your manifesto. Have you exhausted all?
Well, no. We can't exhaust everything per se, but we'll still come up subsequently from time to time. So, but again, we need to understand. Let me clear something here. There's this notion that the YPP is just, some people have given it this negative cliche, and they believe it. They gave it this acronym, this Yahoo People's Party, and so because they believe it's mostly the youth. I want to debunk that diffuse that from people's minds. Okay, this party is open to the young, but we also have those who are young at heart, and we have elders that actually guide and direct our activities and affairs. Elders we take advice from, elders we listen to and look up to. Listen, for good students of history, we find out that most of the founding fathers of this country actually started their political expeditions at young age. I was here with my principal, Obed Asiebu, on Saturday. Very enterprising young man. He intends he's vying for the seat of the Umuahia North constituency for the House of Assembly, and we're here together. These are young men, and I said something. I said, if you go down our political history, you find out that the political journeys of our forefathers actually when they are youth. Zeke, the great Zeke of Africa, started in his youth. Majority of them, Matthew Mbu was a minister at what age? In his 20s. Pat Utomi, under Shehu Shagari's administration, 1983, he was a minister in his 30s. Unfortunately, the people that are ruling us today have been there forever. I was in primary school in 1979. I was in primary one in 1979. I wrote my first common entrance in 1983. Most of the people who are determining the affairs and dictating the pace of things today were people we learnt about in social studies in our school days. And they keep telling us that we're the future of... Now, I'm almost in my 50s here. And when am I going to take over? And that's what I'm saying. They have consumed their generation, and they are consuming another generation. So the Young People's Party, we are progressive minds. This is a platform, a party for the younger minds to actually come and express themselves. Abia State is gifted. We have minds. We have people who are tech savvy. You too are tech savvy. Just because of unemployment, you find a lot of them are pressing what they call computers, and then they call us Yahoo. But you don't create the enabling environment for us to display our skills. You don't give us the enabling environment for innovation, and then when they start pressing computers, you call them Yahoo. Meanwhile, you force them into that, and then they use. Are we only good for thuggery? Are we only good for sharing of 2,000 naira and the rest, and after you forget us?
You will agree with me that governance also require experience. And now in your party, most of them are young people. They have the experience.
How do you get experience? You get experience by playing first of all. Everybody who has experience started from somewhere first. You don't get experience by sitting on the sidelines forever. Look, Ginika, if we leave these people, they will never leave. They will never leave the stage. These people are in their 70s and their 80s. What are they bringing to the table? Nothing. And here we go abroad. Go to the last midterm elections conducted in the United States of America. Jesus Christ. We had a great population of Nigerians, youths, especially Igbo youths there of Igbo origin and ancestry that won seats in the government there. Right here, they will never even go close to it. They will never be allowed to become councillors, simply because the bigger generation will never allow us to become who we're supposed to be. That's why in YPP, we are given a platform for the youth. It's enough. We need to take back our state and our country. Our founding fathers, oh my goodness, the effects of Emayokpara are still being felt for eternity. Right there, we can go on and on. I in Port Harcourt, Transamadi industrial areas there. Let's not go anywhere. But here, the Emayokpara that was even one of the forefathers of this advocacy for Abia State, The state he comes from, I believe Rema Okpara will turn in his grave in tears when he sees this kind of a thing. So we're looking at, even the UK Prime Minister is in his 40s. So YPP is actually guided by elders with experience, and it's high time we begin to take over the narrative. For instance, now I was looking at one of Nana's, like I said, the engineer Eyine Achima Wafo, the governorship candidate for our party. Very soon we are going to be launching. He will come out. He will give his manifesto. An intelligent young man, an engineer, by profession. He will give. But he's also been able to put some certain things on the table. For instance, we have minds. Look at Abba. Youth. Most of them are just in parks. Most of them are whiling away, wasting away, playing bet this, bet that, bet this. These are minds. Whereas if we engage them, you need to know. For instance, now he has looked at this and say, okay, let's take Abba first. Well, the economic hub of the southeast, he is looking at, we have the highest concentration of talented tailors, young men and women, seamstresses and tailors. And he's looking at, okay, if we can grow our GDP if we look at that aspect there. We have enough materials for shoe manufacturing and the rest. And he said he intends putting in place an enduring public-private partnership, which will bet a world-class tailoring institute and an industrial tailoring factory. It will be a one-stop tailoring hub. And when that happens, employment will also be generated there.
All these things, politicians, once they are trying to vie for one position or the other, they will come up with so many, a sugar-coated kind of statement. That's when you listen to them, you will say, oh, this one has a lot to give us. But at the end of the day, eventually, if they get into office, you see that. So how are we sure that Nana will deliver on all these things?
He has antecedents. This is someone who has ventured into various aspects.
He was part of this government.
Yeah, let me just give an answer someone gave some time ago. He said, Doc, look, Joseph and Moses were in Egypt before. They knew the workings of Egypt. They left Egypt and had to go back to Egypt to pull out orders from Egypt too. So yes, he did. And when you say he worked with this government, I don't even understand on what basis you talk about. Listen, he didn't hold any political position in this government, but one can't say he actually sat somewhere where he could influence anything happening per se. But he has known how things work. He's an Abian. He has Abia at heart. And I said something. He's ventured into various aspects. This is not someone you can't hold on his word. Like when I came here with Obed Asiebu on Saturday, Obed openly told people of his constituency in Abia State, hold me accountable. Listen, this is a party. We're changing the status quo. It's not going to be business as usual the way it has been done. We can't go on this way. These people want to change the narrative. That's been the narrative, that you can't access your principles. But I put it to you, it's not going to be the same thing this time.
Okay, I think it's time for us to allow the listener to actually make their own contribution on the program. We've been talking about the YPP and their programs for 2023 governorship election. Of course, they said they are the party to beat in 2023. How true can that be? You tell me. I'll ask the questions. The numbers to call are 080-8182-6949 or 08116052949. You can also go to our Facebook page and drop your messages there. And my guest has been Dr. Kingsley Oji, a member of Nana Ofuji campaign organization. Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that call there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. My name is Ugonna Eric, and I'm calling from Omondo and Olokoro.
Go ahead.
I want to sincerely appreciate the submissions of your guest. He has spoken intelligently, eloquently, and direct to the point, without even attacks on individuals. And that's the kind of campaign we want going forward. I appreciate him, and I've heard about them, YPP, the young figure and other things, and he has also said there is an infusion of the old and the young at heart. That is it. But I want to simply say this. We know there are eminently qualified and capable persons from other parties that can govern this state. And I'm also aware that beyond that, Asians are yearning for a change. But the way of things stand now, honestly, if you ask me, there is need for some of these parties, YPP, Labour Party, Africa, and the others, maybe apart from APC, to come together and present one candidate. If it is possible, I don't know how possible that is, but that seems to me the one step that they will take, and will be assured that these people can, upstage the status quo. there's no doubt that PDP has not done so much or so well, but they are on ground. With the grassroots and everything, and with the money and later that they have so much done, so to upstage them, I think there is need for some of these parties to come together as urgently as possible and present one candidate, and I think it will be a done deal. Outside that, it will be extremely hard not to try for any other parties to come out and take over from PDP in the state. Thank you, have a nice day.
Okay, thank you so much. Doc, I don't know if you heard him. He's talking about some of the parties like YPP and other ones in the opposition to come together and probably form a kind of coalition to fight the PDP. Are you planning to, like I asked you earlier, would your principal drop his ambition eventually to maybe for whoever?
I actually want to appreciate the caller. Yeah, his submission is quite intelligent. But based on that, this is politics. Anything, the alliances happen in politics, okay? But for now, alliances happen. Alliances are optional in politics. But it's not out of the question. Alliances happen everywhere. But from my principle, he's very capable. He has what it takes to pull Abia State out of the doldrums.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Ginika.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name? Hello.
Yeah. Good morning to your guest over there.
Good morning, bro. How are you?
Good. Yeah, thank you, and I've heard what you've been saying. This is the AKA Underground King, calling you from Afaruku Ibeku.
Okay.
Into your program and hearing what you guys are saying about this. And I love the way your guest there has narrated how you have a huge attack. But to your first caller, that I had a very good point for what he said. There is a need for too many of these parties that is coming on ground now to join hands together and pull up the government in the money and some of their style of getting elections. There is need for two of the party and something like Labour, Abga. Guys need to join hands and to make enough votes to get this government out of this. We are tired of this old practice. They have done nothing. They have in this nation.
All right. Thank you. Okay, we are actually struggling to hear what you're saying, but I think you've actually made your point. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning to your guests in the studio.
Good morning, sir. God bless you.
Let me see, my dear brother. It seems you worship with Winners Chapel because actually winning everything. My brother is very good. They will always say that talk is very much cheap. Yes, this is electionary period. These are some of the promises made by.
What's your name?
Okay, my name is Owakwechi, my dear brother. Okay. These are some of the promises made by. Today, when you ask him when he would say this about it and all the rest of them, you people have come again. Yes, it's good for you to take over power. It's a very wonderful thing. It's good. Now you said that I have a single people and the youth. Do not forget, I'm from the local government. My deputy chairman is a youth. Deputy chairman of what do you call it? Is a youth. Is the former commissioner for small and middle enterprise, who happens to be the son of your senatorial candidate from Abia Central. He's also a youth. What are we talking about? I think in this government, it happens ever since the creation of Abia State, this government has been the only government that has been able to give opportunity for you to strive. Now, coming to Nana, yes, he's a very wonderful man, a good man. I love him so much. But let me tell you something, my brother. If you give power to somebody who has been in this government, who has been taking part in this same government that you're castigating now, who has done a lot of contracts for this government, and majority of them failed. And he's coming to tell us that he will review that and all the rest of them. My brother, let me tell you.
Wrap up,
like I always say, talk is very much cheap.
All right.
At the end of the day, during the vote in 2023, who is who? PDP is on
Thank you.
And we remember
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Morning,
Good morning, welcome.
Who say my name is name? I'm calling from. Good morning to our guests in the house.
Good morning, sir.
This is what like the way I
you guys this program on Saturday concerning Obed Asiebu. Most times we don't come on air to make promises that we will not fulfill if elected. They say talk is cheap. Talk about how Abia is being destroyed since 1999 to date. While 7 months ago, your principal Nana Engineer Nana was still praising this government of the day, telling the whole world how this government has done well here and there. Then you say that your father was part of the first appointees during Ojus Okalu's in 1999 as a special advisor. Did your father advise Ojus Okalu well that who sat 8 years? We want to talk about how Abia is being destroyed. It seems like maybe it started yesterday during the APC administration. You know, most times you can find out that all these people that you are talking about in APC or YPP or PDP or Abia, they are from PDP. Nana is a member of PDP. Chima Desmond Daniel is a member of PDP. They just left because of maybe the internal problem that happens in PDP. No, they are not turned to an angel. He won't come and make promises for them. Instead of, we should allow Nana to come and say, the way you talk, I believe that you are not a politician. Because if you are,
hold on, Hussein, we are talking about issues, raised here. We are not talking about individuals. So you just react to the issues and leave my guest alone.
The issue, I'm not trying to attack him, Ginika. I'm not trying to attack him, but I'm saying that let us make promises and let us talk about the issue-based campaign.
All right.
You don't just come and condemn everything entirely. Why your principal is part of the government that you are accusing that have destroyed this state?
All right, thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, thank you so much, Hussein Manode. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome. Welcome, Ikechku, go ahead.
I have people say on ground, it's a kind of aid leaders brought up in the world to subdue, just like they give targets for evangelism. One person bring 20 people or whatever. But I want to give a secret. Abians and Nigeria, how the world, the US, or some countries in Europe used to defeat a ruling party. They will make a decision. 2023, PDP, it will not be in our agenda in casting our ballots. That is a secret. As you are going to vote, you can vote in the party of your choice, but make sure that no competing in a PDP logo or APC logo. By so doing, if 80% of the eligible voters do what I'm telling you now, all of them will be kicked out. You will not know how they will tell you structure on those structure. But when you fall in their sticks of their own ground, you begin to fall in mentally and psychologically induced that let us join the big winning wagon by making that you don't have opinion, you don't have a say. Look at that young man there. He had just told you the truth. The truth is that most of the leaders, Ojuku was 30-something years. The one was not 30, was not 30 when they got head of state. Today, your grandfather is campaigning, your grandfather, you are campaigning for him. Shame on you.
No. I don't think we'll use such words here, please. When next you call, please stay on the topic we are talking about and do not attack individuals, please. There are some words we don't use on the radio. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Yeneka, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yeah. My guest on the studio, good morning.
God bless you, my brother. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
What's your name? Go ahead.
Yes. My name is Engineer. I'm calling from Omaya in Abia State.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to ask my guest in the studio 2 questions before I go ahead my opinion.
Now you have just 30 seconds to do that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me go straight. You know that we know many parties right now in other states. Some people have promised us, we do this, we do that. That is not a thing where.
Hello? Hello? Okay, I just hope you'll be able to call back and ask your questions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ginika.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, I guess.
Good morning, my brother. God bless you.
Okay, I'm okay for today. I'm calling from Omaha.
Welcome, go ahead.
Okay, let me put it straight. There is no candidate, there is no political party that is on ground. All political parties, as long as Abia is concerned, they are all on ground, and all candidates are on ground. It is only the people that will decide. It's only the people that will decide on the person who will be the governor of Abia State, because it is the people that are suffering the consequences of bad leadership. Now, let me go straight to our guests in the house. Please, there is no smoke without fire. And there has been a smoke that your Guba candidate is planning to step down. Tell him, if it is so, he will be killing his political career, because people will not trust him in time to come if he tries such. Now, what is your political structure across all the local governments to ensure that you get the grassroots across the three geopolitical zones? That is my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You will react to that, but let's go over to our Facebook page and see what people are saying there. Jordan said, good morning from here. You said if you people take over power, you will change the narratives in our state. And your principal was part of this government, and he has handled so many failed road projects. Okay. Thank you so much, Jordan. Chinedumo Kafa said, good morning, our guest. Abia will certainly be great again. Of course, the most competent and credible Guba candidate will be voted for come 2023. The people of Abia State can never be deceived with the sugar-coated and cosmetic unrealistic promises. The narrative will definitely change this time for good. Thank you so much, Chinedu Mokafo. Ezeka Elvis said, good morning. Whenever elections is looking around the corner, the politicians can go as far as promising the masses heaven on earth. But in the long run, reverse is always the case. As it stands right now, I'm urging, pleading and appealing to well-meaning and patriotic Abians to vote wisely to avoid national teeth and regret and bitterness. Let's get it right come 2023. God bless Abia State and much love, Flo FM. Thank you so much. Well, just like the last caller said, Doc, does your party, the YPP, does it have what it takes to unseat the PDP that has been around for about 20 years in the state?
Okay, Ginika, thank you very much. I've been listening with keen interest to most of the callers and so on. Before I get to that question, let me take this one first of all. Like I said when I came here initially, Ginika, we are running an issue-based campaign. So I'm not here to trade allegations. I'm not here to insult anybody. If you have facts, bring your facts. If you have issues, bring your issues. We're presenting issues. One, I want to make it very clear here that engineer, our governorship candidate, engineer Chima Nwafo, was never, I repeat, never a government appointee, and he carried out all contracts given to him by specification accurately, and he did everything as he was instructed. Every contract he tendered for, he carried them out accurately, and he has said this on various fora. And when he's spoken, he's always said, please go and verify. He has never been found wanting. He has always said it time without number. He has been the most investigated contractor, and no one has anything on him. That is one. I want to make that one clear. Two, on the issue of promises, I have lived through a lot of political dispensations. I know who politicians are. They promise and they fail. But I said this in the course of the program. Our candidate, engineer Chima Nwafo, will be held accountable. He has always said it. He's ready to be held accountable. He always has his phrase, I will never fail you. And he's going to do it. I know how our people feel. It's painful. And then it's painful when you see every political year people come out and make promises, but I've said it's not going to be. The status quo is going to change this time. And finally, Guinea can respond to your question. Do we have the structures? I'm not going to come on air and start boasting. Let's get to the field and know who is who. We're going there. We're going to prove it there.
Okay, finally, Angela Amadi said, good morning, gentlemen in the studio. I only pray that what the present politicians promised us that they will do. We are tired of their lies, telling us that you paid for JAM for students who will train them later after they must have gotten the admission. He's asking, please, you all are politicians, and Nigerian politics can't change because it's just the same people being ruling, obviously, from parents to their children. All right. We need to leave the studio now. Let me sincerely thank you. The member of Nana Fuji Campaign Organization, Dr. Kingsley Oji, thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you, Ginika. Thank you very much.
All right. To all of you who called in, and we'll send your messages via Facebook. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Wizzy, thank you. Moses, thank you. And Samson, my producer, thank you so much. May God bless you. Stanko and Nedu, God bless you as well. My name is Ginika Olwa. This show returns on Friday at 10 a.m. I'll see you again. Good morning.